Hey guys, I just want to take you along the journey of me going back to my high school to fetch my matric certificate. I have procrastinated doing this for almost 2 years now. That is a bit too much, okay? And I think there's some symbolism within this whole thing. For me, I feel like going back to my high school means confronting my younger self because the teachers that are there, they were there at a different section, at a different portion of my life to where I am right now. The school itself, the environment itself is just, it's kind of it's like I remember myself. I see myself when I go there. And my high school life and whatnot, and the ideas which I have of what life would look like after high school. And I'm just at a very different point from where I thought I would be. I thought that I would take a gap year and I would go into the social media space, or I'll start doing photography stuff, social media managing / sales and all those, that type of world, which is it's very much unlike my personality, but I wanted to step out like that and have that type of experience, start getting the money and whatnot. But here I am in university, the typical route, and I'm studying something which I did not necessarily have passion for, but I knew that, again, it's something marketable and all those type of things. And I feel the constant feeling, as much as my life from outside seems so put together, but I have a constant feeling of being lost. And I know that many other people are feeling the same feeling as myself, and they feel terrible about it. But after having this feeling of being lost for at least, I think it started as long as I remember, because even in high school I wouldn't know what I'm going to study. I remember my English teacher used to ask me all the time, like, what is it that you want to do? Ask all of us in class, like, what is it that you're going to do after high school? And people would say, I want to do this, I want to do that. And at some point I saw that, okay, I need to just have something so I can say. I ended up just coming up with something, I don't know what I would say, but I remember at first in primary school I said that I wanted to become a chef because I enjoyed cooking at the time. And then I moved from that. I said that I wanted to become for a long time I didn't know. And then in high school sometime I wanted to become a psychiatrist because I loved psychology and all of those type of things, but psychology is overpopulated and there's not a lot of jobs. So I decided that I wanted to become a psychiatrist. And then I realized that the route of becoming a psychiatrist, I have to become a doctor, and then after being a doctor I have to and I'm like, this is not me. Let's be honest, this is not me. So I let go of that as well, and now I was at a place of like, I don't know. So this feeling though of being lost, I want to explain to you why it is an asset to you. Okay, I don't know about you, but I've watched so many podcasts of people who finally found their purpose, who found that thing that clicks, that thing that now they're doing it because they love it so much and they're great at what they do, because it's like somewhere it's embedded within them. It feels like it was something that was meant for them. And majority of these people, I look at them, they are in between 40s to as old as 70s, some of these people, and they came across what is meant for them at a very random way. It was majority of them. Yes, are people who just feel like they're born and immediately they know what they want to do, but here's the thing, too many people are too sure about what they want to do in life, and that is a problem. Let's say you are going to God, for example, right? Each person has this opportunity to ask God for what they want, right? So God here has a job, here he has health, here he has and even at the back he has like a whole freaking storage house of like gold, and another of like whatever, like he has just all of these plentiful things. But then he has these normal things which people usually ask for, a job, right? And then you go to God, the person that knows, right? They know exactly what they want. They go to God and like without hesitation, they're like, I want this. Please give me this. God is like, okay, sure. You want a job? Here you go. You want to say engineering. You want a job in engineering. Here you go, and then you take it and you're happy, you go home, whatever. And then another person comes, and because they don't know what they want, they go there and they're like to God, show me what you can give me. Right? They don't know what they want. And so what they're asking from God, they're like, what is it that you have for me? Like, show me what is it that you have actually, Now God is like, oh yeah, sure, I have this, I have that, I have that, I have that, I have health, I have blah, 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 blah. And even have some things at the back. Come on, let me go show you. God shows you some of the things at the back. He shows you that, he shows you that, shows you that. And now you can end up getting more than what other people even dream of having, because they never give themselves that opportunity to be lost and not to know what they want in life and let God place it into their hands, because there's so much that is within you. There's so much that you have the capability of, more than what you've studied for, more than what you the skills that you've acquired, more than what you know exist. There's so much power within you. Other people usually misquote the idea of that God created us in his image. They misquote it and use it to say that we are like gods, but not in the sense that we are like gods, but we have so much power. God has bestowed power. God has bestowed a certain level of power to you. And in order for you to truly unlock it, yes, you need God. That's the first thing. God is the number one thing that you need, because now there's so many things, that hindrances on your way. There's so many obstacles that are there, which Satan's going to try to put to stop you from getting to what is meant for you, So you need God on your hand. You need God to hold your hand so that you can unlock, because his power is greater than any obstacle, any problem, any problem that you may come upon here on earth. So you need his hand, you need his guiding hand, and you need to have that ability to not know. It's okay not to know. This does not mean that you don't do research about what's out there. This does not mean that you don't do anything because you are lost and you don't know what to do. This means you do anything. It's actually a freedom to be lost. It's a freedom, because so many people go straight to what they want, rushing, not giving themselves an opportunity. It could be anything that could influence your mind to know what you want. You know what I mean? Like, let's say you've been born with this like internal like knowledge that you want to become a doctor, for example, or you want to become an actual scientist, which all of these things are great, right? But yes, you are smart enough for them. Your path is let's say you pass well matric and everything aligns that, okay, I can actually you get accepted into that, whatever. But just because the world says that your level of smartness, your qualifications qualify you to do this, does not mean that this is what is meant for you. You know what I mean? Also, on the opposite side of things, if just because what you have does not qualify you to do what you think you want, does not mean that you don't have other ways to get to what you want. There's so many people which wanted to do stuff like crazy things out here, like medicine. Like, medicine is the number one thing which I feel like majority of South Africans want to do. Like, if people could, they would just made it, like they would just study medicine and that's just it. You know what I mean? Everybody medicine. But okay, there's so many people want to do that. So many people want to do other creative, just simple even courses out here, but they were never granted, for whatever reason. They never had that the right qualification, the right tools, I don't know what, the right whatever to be accepted for those courses, right? But if it is that it's something that you truly want, if it is that it's something that you feel like is meant for you, there's other ways to get to it. There's other ways to get to what you want. And how you're going to get to it, something that you're going to have to fight through. That's something that you have to work through. But my point here is It's okay not to know what it is that is for you. It's okay to be lost. It's a blessing to be lost. It's not okay. Okay is an understatement. Okay is like, it's fine. No, it's great. It's great. Like, good for you. You lost. Good for you. There's so many people that are so not lost that they'll discover like 30 years later that what they studied for, what they worked so hard for, is something that is making them miserable. There's so many people that quit the things that the most crazy. You thought that this person just had it together. They get through everything. They get the job. They're working. They have this car. They have this house. They have everything that they want. They have kids. Now they even have responsibilities. They're locked in. There's not locked in the way that you wanna be locked in towards your goal, but locked in the sense of prison. They can't leave what they thought they love. They can't leave it. Now it's too late. They have bills to pay. At least allow yourself a space to discover yourself, to discover what is it for you, so that when you get to that point where you're locked in, for you it feels like freedom. When other people are at a point where now they feel like they're in prison because of what they've chosen for themselves, you feel like you've finally been set free. And these are the words that I'm actually saying to myself. I feel like that's why I'm so passionate about it, because I'm telling myself this. Now, another thing that I think of before I end of this video is that there is nothing that is a waste of time. For me, for example, let's say I finally feel like, okay, what's meant for me is, I don't know, YouTube. No, just saying. And then now there's no reason for me to feel like me studying is a waste of time. As a young person, especially if you're under the ages of like 25, I personally believe that there's nothing that is a waste of time. Unless you're literally sitting and doing nothing. There is nothing that you could say, this has wasted my time. There's no such. Everything that you do, this is me saying now. This is my belief. Everything that you do has a certain purpose within your life. You know what I mean? For example, for the longest time, I was doing YouTube, as I still am, right? But at this point, I think it was towards the start of, I don't know when, but during school, during this past semester actually, when I stopped doing YouTube for a long time, right? I felt like, we passed that stage of YouTube a bit. Not past, but I'm like, it was something which I was like, let me put to my archives. I'm going to come back to it later in life. You could say that since I'm still not anywhere significant with my YouTube channel, you could say that you doing YouTube was a waste of time. Like, I've started YouTube for a long time. I know some of the videos that you guys are seeing are like from recent, but I started YouTube for a long time. I think I started it somewhere in high school. I think this might be like at least the 4th year of YouTube. I did not start in matric. I think I started in grade 11. So this might be the 4th year of YouTube. So it has been a while. But it feels like a waste of time, because where have I gotten? You know what I mean? But YouTube is not the same thing as sitting around like a log in a block. YouTube is not the same thing. Whatever you're doing is not the same thing as just sitting around and doing nothing. You know what I mean? And so there was this other project that we had at school. We had to do like this other video about the topic, And so I was like, oh, this thing, simple things. I'm gonna smash this thing. I did my little video, because I have all of the skills which I've had from taking videos, from editing, all of these things, that was just like a little fun activity, while other people might have felt like a duty, might have felt daunting, but for me it was very, very like exciting, very fun. So in the smallest little ways that you would have never thought, all of the things that you do before like life gets too serious, like I would say life gets really serious perhaps after 25. That's my take. But really, even after that, it's just not a waste of time. There's nothing that's a waste of your time, as long as it's giving you something. You're not just exchanging your time for it, you're also getting something that's valuable. You all know now how valuable it will be, but it will be extremely valuable. It will be very valuable to you years from now. It's not a waste of time as long as you're not sitting around and doing nothing. So I guess this goes out also to matriculants. You don't have to worry whether you've chosen right or not. The important thing is that you've chosen. That's the important thing. And the important thing is that don't feel so disappointed when you discover that what you thought was for you is actually not something you enjoy. Don't worry about that. There is always ways to change courses or using that as leverage into getting into something else. Like, there's just so many paths. So my thing is, do not worry. Whatever you've chosen, it's still good enough that you've chosen something and you're gonna do something. Not that you know what it is that is for you, but that you have chosen to do something. And that's all that matters. And to those people in university and so forth, we are here together, man. We are here together. Those people who are not in university, we are here together. Like, guys, life is like I balance. There's no balance. There's no balance in this life. There's no balance. Like, there's so many things to think about, and it's okay sometimes to allow those negative feelings and there to kind of play with you, but don't let it overwhelm you. Try to think positively about yourself, even though there's no reason for you to, because sometimes life does not, or you feel like you have not produced enough to say that you qualify to be happy about where you are. But it's okay. It's okay. You can at least be positive about where you're going. You can be positive about what you already have. It does not have to be things that align with where you're going. It can be things like having family, or even having one friend, or even having whatever you have, even having the intellectual ability to think about life deeply and not think about it surface level as like just breathing and eating and dying. Like, being able to think about life in a deeper way of like, where am I going, what it is that I want. Thinking about that is things like purpose. What is the purpose of my life? Other people don't even know what the word purpose means. Know what I mean? So yeah, that's something to be thankful for. And with God at your right hand, or with you at God's right hand, you will make it. You'll be okay. You will be okay. And making it is different for you. It's different from me. It's different from the next person. And that's okay. Okay, I need to go to fetch my matric certificate. Face my fears. It's not even my fear. It's more like, it feels like facing my disappointment. Once again, it feels like going back to the horror. But I want to see my maths teacher and have a smaller conversation with him. Hope I don't cry, because stupid things make me cry, man. Yeah. I'm pretty though. I look good though. Let your head down, Rapunzel. Let your head down, Rapunzel. Yeah, man. Let me go, guys. I'm so nervous. I don't know why. I wanted to go with a friend, but certain things in life, this is a lesson. Certain things in life, you need to do them on your own. You need to face them on your own. Certain horrors, certain things you cannot get over until you have faced them by yourself. I'm so nervous. No, I'm not nervous. Positive thinking. I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. If God be on our side, like, okay, no, it's cool. It's okay.